Oh, what are we talking about today?
Your passion, organization.
You've got to be organized in life. Oh my goodness. It helps so much when you're Oh, I got to get centered, huh? It helps so much when you're organized in life, when you actually have some organization in your life. Oh my goodness. I can't tell you how much it helps. How much it helps. Oh, so how's everybody doing? You guys talk to us. Talk to us. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. And hopefully your Monday went well. Hopefully your weekend went well. We're using StreamYard now to stream out to all of the sources. So I created a fan page yesterday. Oh my goodness, because I maxed out on the friends that I could have. So 5,000 is your max, and that was it. And I had friend requests waiting, and I said, you know what? I got to do something. I got to do something. So I said, you know what? I'll create a fan page. So go look for the fan page, Sensei Dave Armstrong. What else? We're streaming to YouTube now directly. That's going to be awesome. So Ryan, you don't have to download anything and upload anything or even mess with it. It's already there. Already there. Exciting stuff. What else?
And you know, the other thing that is maxing out is our Instagram page. It's about to reach 2,000 2,000 followers.
Is that a lot? I don't know how much, if that's a lot or not. I have no context.
Well, it used to be 700 like one or 2 months ago. So yeah, okay. There's growth.
Good. We're impacting people. We're impacting the world. We're making sure that people are a little better each day. That's what it really means, man. No time for celebration, man. You know me. Go, go, go.
Leave the organization of celebration to me.
Yeah, you can organize it. I'll show up. I like to show up, but I don't like to take time for myself too much. Man.
I was mentioning you a little bit earlier to some friends because I was in a birthday party and we were talking about Latin music and Latin dance. And I was saying how good of a Latin dancer you are with your
yeah. I can do the Gundam style too. Open Gundam style.
Do you hear me well, Dave?
I hear you perfectly.
You hear me well.
Perfectly. Yep. Do you hear me all right?
Yeah, perfect.
Good. Hey, so what's the first up on the agenda here? We're talking about how to tidy up, clean, organize your house to be more productive and happy. And let me kind of preface a little bit. Let me start this off by saying something. The more organized your life is, the easier it is to recover when complications happen. What do I mean by that? When you have things in order, you don't have to worry about when things kind of get off track because you can get them back on track easily. But it starts somewhere. Organization starts somewhere. And the truth is, everyone's not OCD like me. And Ryan's OCD also. Everyone's not organized or collected or, very meticulous about things like I am, like Ryan is. And there's nothing wrong with being that way or not being that way. The point is to optimize your life, to make sure that when you're going through life, it's a little less complicated. And so how do we start getting the skill of being just a little more organized in order to respond better or quicker? And the first thing I jotted down is make your bed. And that's an amazing habit. I have a morning ritual, a routine every morning. And part of that is just making the bed. And I have for years, and ever since I was young, actually, because I grew up in group homes and foster homes and juvenile detention where you don't have a choice to make your bed or not. So that habit stuck with me throughout my entire life. So but I know that the truth is everyone doesn't have that habit, right? Everyone isn't in the habit of making your bed constantly. So I would say the first thing is to make your bed and let that be part of your morning ritual. Now, let's back up a little bit. You can't be rushing your butt out of bed, rushing to work, in that mindset, that oh crap mindset, oh now mindset, and expect to have any sort of routine other than that being your routine. You're rushing and you're late and you're just responding to life instead of programming life. So the key before even making your bed is you got to just get up, right? You got to get up on time, get up a little earlier, have a nice routine in the morning. If you can incorporate yoga or stretching or meditation or something relaxing, something that you enjoy, even if it's for 5 or 10 minutes in the morning, that's going to put you here on the right track. Instead of reactive mode all day, right? You're going to be in proactive mode. Everything's not going to be so daunting to you. You're just going to be like flowing through life.
I agree. And I would also add that you need to develop small strategies for your everyday life and be proactive in organizing and preparing everything in advance. So let me give a small example that just happened to me. So I got home to do the live and I realized that I don't have my iPad next to me where I usually see my notes because I lent it to my mother. So where I'm gonna see my notes, everything is linked. All my devices are linked. So I went to my laptop and I see my notes there because everything is on Google Docs. I can find it. I don't care if it's a watch, you know, if it's a wristwatch.
Yeah.
So this is one thing. Since you talked about the bed, there is an advanced technique to making your bed. That is to make it in a way that it will get some fresh air during the day. So instead of putting it like it's in the hotels, like everybody does when he makes his bed, you can open it as much as possible so it can get fresh air and all the moisture can get dry during the day.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I actually read this years ago, and I've been practicing since then. So every day that I make my bed, it doesn't look like it's made, but it's in the most optimal way made, so it can get fresh air every day so you keep your seats more fresh, you know, until you change them every week or 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay. What else?
And also about using the agenda, you know, for every 1 minute that you spend every night on your agenda on making your next day, you gain 10 minutes the following day because you have organized your tasks, your to-do list, everything. And you will save time from figuring out what to do first and second and third the next day.
Yeah. I agree. Having a to-do list that you ritually go to is important for me. And I think it's important for most optimized people. I don't want to say high functioning because I don't consider myself high functioning, but optimized. I'm extremely optimized. So besides making your bed, besides having some sort of routine, right? And this routine has to be a relaxing routine. making sure that you have a good agenda and you follow it. That's just part of your daily thing, right? So if you go to work first thing in the morning, maybe that's the first thing you take a look at. Okay, what do I do here today? Instead of, it's all about being in proactive mode instead of reactive mode. And the truth is, there's a lot of psychological sacrifice when you're in reactive mode all of the time. You end up building up cortisol in your bloodstream. You know what the leading cause of death is in the United States? It's heart attack. And what causes heart attack? Well, stress. Stress is the leading cause of death in the United States. So how do you not succumb to that? By having a good plan. And so when those little things throw you off, you can divert easily and go, okay, that's right. The rest of my day is not so heavily impacted, right? The rest of my day is not going to be ruined just because. And we talked before about redundancy, and I think redundancy is really a part of optimization. So, for example, if you have one car and that's it, you remember I gave this example before. You have one car, that's it. You get up, you go to start your car, and doesn't go anywhere. Nothing. Nothing. You go, oh, what do you do then? You take a taxi for an hour to work if you drive an hour. I know some people drive 2 hours, 3 hours to work. No, you're not going to take a taxi. So having just even a backup beater, you know, a car that costs a couple of grand or whatever, that's just there, that you can jump into, handle the day, and then when you get back in a calm manner, you can handle your car. Those little things, those little redundancies that really do lessen the stress. That's what it's all about, is lessen the stress in your day and optimizing your life. And it matters. It matters greatly.
Having a backup plan for everything really provides you with less stress when something goes wrong. Yeah. You can see, you're looking at comments. You see that? Yeah, I see Bella.
Yeah, we got Bella, we got Melissa, we got, who else? We got Austin.
Breathing. Yeah, Bella, this is what I'm talking.
Yep. Vasilia. So, yeah, brother, what else do we have? What else do we have on this wonderful list? I said making your bed, set your environment up to be efficient. For example, don't have trash, dishes, or clothes piled up. Yeah, that's a big one with me. I know I'm pretty OCD, so I'm extremely clean and but not just clean, but everything has a place for me. Every single thing has a place. But making sure that you have things setting around that make you a little happier or make you a little better in life, make you a little more productive, right? So I talked about, I have a Sunday Zoom with a few motivational speakers. And last Sunday, I talked with them about having a particular place in their house that they practice their speeches. So they're not always haphazardly practicing their speeches. They're sitting down or standing up at a specific place, and that energy that place has stays there for you, right? So every time you enter that space, oh wow, I feel good and productive now. I know what I'm about to do, what I'm about to create, the wonderful speech that I'm about to practice and perfect. And so I believe places hold energy, and you can really optimize what you're doing, the task at hand. So in this case, learning how to public speak or speaking better, just by having a specific place to go to, and that's it. That's your safe spot. That's your spot that you go to. Ryan left the stream. Ryan, stop messing. Stop messing with stuff. Stop pushing buttons. I love you, dude. So,
You know,
Melissa, you're OCD too, huh? Okay, Juan,
it's
you're
not
here.
only about, having a very tidy environment without things laying around is very, it lets your mind rest.
Yeah, that's a good
If you
point.
have a clock, if you have a clogged environment, your mind is restless.
Hmm.
You always have noise in your eyes, like or oral. Tell me what kind of noise is
Visual, visual, visual,
optical
optical.
noise.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, so if you spend some time to clean your environment, put everything into place. If there is no place, find one. Then you can be more productive just by that. You know,
Absolutely. Yeah.
to-do list. Having done all the things, maybe some things in advance. For example, having chosen the clothes you're gonna wear the next day from the
Mm-hmm.
previous night, it helps you in your morning routine. You don't
Yep.
spend decision making power in order to choose clothes at that time because you are in a hurry. You want to do other things. You want to be more stress free.
Yep.
So this is
Yep.
what I'm doing actually. I pick a set, put it on the living room, and then in the morning
That's
I'm
it.
ready to go. Or because I have very organized closet, there's one closet for trousers, one closet for shirts, one for jackets, one for the other trousers. So, and most of them are already setted, well, this is in my mind, but because of that, it's very easy to
Mm.
pick a certain and a trouser every time,
Mm. Do you color coordinate yours?
Yes.
Yeah. You say yes, like it's normal. It's not normal, but yeah, I do. Of course, I do.
You could love my closet with trousers, bro.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
And it's
So what
also
else?
something that is actually useful is to categorize based on uh, based on context. Formal trousers, jeans,
Mm.
um, casual, or shirts for work, shirts for drinks. There are two different categories. I'm going to be mentioning all this on the seminar and the course about styling and grooming, actually.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's going to be great. That's these are great. These are great tools, man. Great tactics to optimize your space, your mind. I believe that when you're optimized like that, when you're set up in a specific way, in a specific manner, you talked about the noise in your head, in it visually. You don't have to worry about those things, and it just helps you think about the things that are more important. Bill Gates has the same black shirts, right? Several of them, but same black shirts, same jeans, same suits, because he doesn't want to spend brain power on trying to figure out what to wear. I'm not like that at all. Not even close. I have too many clothes.
I think this is Zuckerberg.
Dude, you want to correct me? I noticed that you corrected me last week too about The Rock, right? Who was right?
You.
Okay. So go look it up and then come back. Yeah. Mark
Well, they
Zuckerberg
might be friends
also.
and do the same. I know Zuckerberg does that. I don't.
He
Are you
does. He
sure it's
does.
Bill Gates too?
Yeah. But the truth is, a lot of CEOs, hell, I did it for 24 years in the Air Force. I didn't have to pick anything. Uniform, easy, done. Same boots. It was really easy. But unfortunately, I'm not as, I wish that I were a little less clothes centric. I have way too many clothes. I spend way too much money on clothes. And they're all like Mark clothes. They're all, you know, expensive stuff that I don't need, but I buy it anyways. But at least it's organized.
What else on organization? What else do you use in your house to be more organized, or in your office? How you are more organized?
So look, I'll tell you something. Part of the course that I'm doing, courses for public speakers and for people that want to be motivational speakers. And something that I also told them, besides having a good space to practice, is to set things up properly. So if you're, for instance, a book author, and you know that you have a bunch of interviews coming up, make sure that your space for interviews, if it's a home office, if it's a closet, a corner, wherever it is, has everything there. So you're not always setting everything up every time, right? So if you have a light, you have a laptop, you have a thing that raises your laptop, you know, stands, whatever you have. It doesn't matter if you got a bunch, a whole production studio, or just a little, you know, home office with a couple of cameras or whatever. Have it, yeah, a tripod, and that's it. Yeah. Have it set up where you can easily access it and use it, instead of flustering about trying to figure it out, trying to figure out where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the summarization of the ideas we provided today? It was about having a clean and tidy environment, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
To have connection between your devices. So if something happens with one of them, you have all the rest. Google is very useful for that, you know?
Yep.
And
making
cloud,
your bed,
cloud.
starting off with, I'm all about habit forming. So if you start off with something small, like making sure that you have notes for the day or a task list, if you start off with something like making sure that you're always making your bed, those things will transcend into other areas of your life that are bigger, right? Because making your bed isn't a huge deal. Writing a task list and following it isn't a huge deal. But those things will transcend into optimizing the rest of your day. For example, having a morning routine or ritual, having redundancy in your life, ensuring that you're setting goals that are achievable every day and marking them off easily. It's not such a daunting task to go, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, I did 5 things. Oh, let me add some more because my day's not even half over. And eventually, when you optimize your life, that's where it's going to become. You're going to be able to have a task list and just knock stuff out, right? Making your bed and your morning routine isn't even on your task list anymore, because that's just what you do, right? And so I'm all about behavior modification. I'm all about trying to form habits, good habits, that really facilitate your life, your happiness, and your goals, right? Because that's what it's all about. If you can facilitate and better and ease your life, your happiness, your goals. What's that, Ryan?
There was I have, so this is part of my organization. I have a notification on my phone that reminds me every day to do the uploading of the video, the 1-minute video with the advice.
And you set it for when you're actually doing the video?
No, it's for the other video, not for this one.
Oh, I got you. All right, well,
because I forget, I put notifications. This is another productive tip.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to, I remembered, as you were talking, I remembered one thing that I've learned from you and I want to say it.
What's that?
Always touch everything once. Don't finish it.
Yeah. So tell a little story
Whatever
about
you
this.
touch, you finish it. You don't leave it unfinished to finish it later. You touch it
Yeah,
once, it's over. You finish it, you move on, and you can
yeah,
put it out of your mind.
yep. That's a big thing for me, man. That's a big thing for me. Is so what Ryan means by touch it once is if you're gonna do something, set enough time, have the right resources to do that task from beginning to end. Don't be going back to touch it again or do it half of it now and half of it later or half of the chore right now. It's like you taking the trash out. Okay, I'm going to take the trash out, but I'm not going to collect all the trash in the house. I'm going to collect it out of 2 rooms. Well, all of the trash needs to go out. Just do it, right? I got a whole video about just do it. Just freaking do it. What was your story? You told me earlier this week about when you thought about that and you said, oh man, I got to just knock it out once and be done with it. You remember what it was when we talked?
I don't.
That's
why I put reminders.
Yeah, man, I couldn't live without reminders. I could not live without reminders.
What was it? I remember mentioning about touching it once. Was it about the photo of the event?
I don't remember, but that's a good example. Like if you're going to do it right, do it once and be done with it. You end up wasting a lot of time when you for even tasks that that you go into. Say for example, my goal is to write 3 chapters of my book or 3 pages of my book every day. That's my goal. But I go in and I only do say 1.5 pages. And I tell myself, okay, I'm going to come back later and do 1.5 more. A lot of times, later never happens. But even if you're really good and later does happen, you've lost your train of thought and your focus on that particular task. So now it's going to take mental power and time to get back to where you were and be as focused and as good and efficient as you can be at that task. Because you only build up efficiency within about an hour. Usually I think they say something like 54 minutes is when you kind of drop off or plateau for most people. But that's okay. Even if it's 54 minutes, it's a plateau. So you kind of go like this. But even if you come down a little bit, it's not like you drop down. It's not a flat curve. Like it's a curve. It's not it's not flat. So you're still going to be more efficient than when you start out on the bottom. You feel me?
Yeah. And the other thing that is very useful when you want to do focused work is to cut out communication and notifications and everything.
Yeah.
Take your phone and leave it in another room or with the screen down and in flight mode. So nothing can disturb you, nothing can steal your focus, and you can be productive straight to the work at hand.
Yep. Well, I guess that's it. A couple of notes that I want to make sure you guys know. Tomorrow, tune in at 8:15 Eastern time. I just started working with a guy that is very dedicated and very involved with veteran suicide. And we have a couple of amazing people that we're going to interview tomorrow. I'm just beyond super excited to do the interview. One guy is a former state senator and he is considering running for president or ran for president, one of the two. I think he's running for president in 2024. So yeah, and
president of the United States, you mean?
Yeah. And I just, yeah, it was so cool. I was checking him out, and the truth is, his YouTube channel, he just had Ice-T on a couple of weeks ago, the rapper, and I was pretty impressed with that, man. That's pretty cool. It's really cool to be around people that are like very dedicated and really want to just spread goodness around the world. And then the other guy that's going to be on with Rob and I, he developed this this buddy watch walk, and it's a group of people every year get together and walk several hundred kilometers, actually thousands of kilometers, from I believe it was North Carolina to California, and just amazing, all for veteran suicide, and so that's a huge deal, really important stuff.
A philanthropic charity event.
Yeah. And these guys, they're both veterans. They're both very serious. And the truth is, 22 veterans kill themselves a day in the United States. A day.
It's that big of a number.
A day, yeah. It's a sad thing. But so stay tuned. PTSD, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of bad things that end up happening in people's lives, man, and when they see bad stuff, especially if they don't get the proper help and resources that they need.
Yeah.
So every first and last Wednesday of the month, I'm going to be doing interviews with some amazing veterans, amazing people that are really in support of veteran suicide awareness. And tomorrow I got some really huge, big name guys that are just, it's just going to be an awesome discussion. I don't want to call it an interview. I'm just leading discussions about how people can help get involved and what they've done to help and get involved with the amazing charities that they have. So we got that going on. What else do we have next week? Oh, next week we're gonna have Delaney on. She's not watching today. Usually she's watching, but she does solo travel. So she travels the world all by herself, and she's in Dominican Republic right now. So it's going to be an amazing view. Hopefully she has the view of the beach. Well, I guess we live in Greece. So anyway. Popo, έχει πολύ ζέστη σήμερα.
We are the Dominican Republic of Europe.
Yeah, man. All right, so what else do we have? You have some programs coming up. I got some programs coming up for people to get involved and buy and nurture their minds and their bodies and their souls. So you know where to look,
guys.
Yeah, you know where to look. Look at that banner down there, upna.net. All right, that's all I got, brother.
So tomorrow, live on your profile on Facebook, right?
Live, yep, live on my fan page, my personal profile. You can see it everywhere. And we'll stream it to YouTube also. I got to create a YouTube channel for the organization, but it's a really good cause, you guys. Really good cause. And the truth is, there's the veterans page that we have is it's going to be streaming there as well. So look for it. It's U.S. Military Veteran Suicide Prevention page. U.S. Military Veteran Suicide Prevention page. Okay. All right. That's all I got. You got anything, brother?
No, I'm good. I think we provided enough for one coffee. If we say more, they will do nothing. So pick some of them that you think they fit you, or try all of them and choose what are your tools. You know,
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
everything is for everybody, but even if you start using one of these, it will get better for you in the productivity field. All right, guys.
All right. Okay. Love you guys. Big heart. Peace.
Bye bye.